This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by Fluid Form Bio, developing innovative 3D printing living pancreatic tissue to help combat type 1 diabetes. For the first time, you can join this visionary mission. Visit fluidformbio.com or their page on Start Engine to learn more about this exciting work. Thursday evening, 1 Degree Outside, Weather Network meteorologist Matt Noyes. Danielle and I just got in a short time ago from spending the first part of the week at the Ski New Hampshire annual meeting and trade show, and then the second half of the week at Ski Vermont, surrounded by folks thinking about how to do things better in the next winter. You got to plan ahead if you always want to be better and better, right? Meanwhile, we're planning ahead for tomorrow. We're going to be right in the middle of summer weather, and it's going to start to break down with thunderstorms. So heat and humidity still with us tomorrow. Some sea breezes will be around. Those will be tricky, and we'll talk about that. A strong Friday thunderstorm comes through for a lot of us here, and showers are still expected to be here Saturday, though not necessarily a washout for everyone. We're going to touch on that here, too. Let's start out with the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. They monitor the whole country for areas of severe weather. And for tomorrow, bam, they've got New England in the sights here for at least isolated to a few severe thunderstorms. Damaging wind will be one of the concerns. Flash flooding is a possibility, too, although that wouldn't technically be severe, but nonetheless can have an impact, right? High temperatures today up into the 90s. 90s at Rochester, at Concord, at Keene, at Lebanon, New Hampshire. 89 at Rutland. Montpelier setting a record by hitting 86 degrees, shooting into the mid-80s all the way up to northern Maine. St. Johnsbury at 90. When you get across southern New England into the 90s. And lower Connecticut River Valley, there's the influence of the ocean. Nantucket, 71. We go into the evening and the overnight. Look, there's been a few storms around northern New England. Follow them in our app. You can watch them on the radar and see where they're headed. Most of us don't need to deal with a storm during the course of this evening and overnight. You can see where they may still be focused during the overnight period. Many of us bottoming out in the 60s. It is a little humid. It's not terribly sweltering. That's why we haven't seen a ton of storms around during the course of the day today. Tomorrow, the humidity goes up. Notice the temperature comes down a little bit. It's still in the 80s. But we get a couple things going on. One, when you bring the humidity in, it's harder to heat up moist air, so it doesn't get quite as hot usually. Second thing is a cold front. It's going to be coming in from the north, and that's what touches off the storms. Third thing, you got sea breezes. They're going to kick up. Yeah, it's important for temperature of the coast, but the other thing is storms can get tricky when you get a sea breeze because you get shifting wind. So you have to watch out for rotation inside some of the storms. It's usually brief and it's usually fairly weak, but nonetheless, anything that spins, you're going to pay close attention to. And either way, there's a good chance of some damaging straight-line wind inside some of the storms as well. Notice the ocean water temperature is still awfully chilly, and that's what we've been talking about with if you're doing stand-up paddle boarding or going out on the boat, you want to be dressed for the water temperature, not for the air temperature. I would never tell you don't do it, right? I would just tell you be careful about how you do it. Meanwhile, there's the wildfires in Canada. Where's the smoke going now? Off to our north. So we're just dealing with the leftover smoke, and that's going to get even thinner tomorrow. If I put things into motion here from this evening through the overnight, this is smoke aloft, high in the sky. You can see it generally thins. It's still around during the course of tomorrow. So as we get some sunshine out in the morning to midday, you'll notice that hazy kind of look to the sky, and then it thins even more as we head into Saturday. Of course, once the clouds start bubbling up, I guess the smoke doesn't really matter quite as much, does it? And you can see what's going on tomorrow. That also makes things tricky with a shifting wind is you've got a warm front that's kind of stalling out as the cold front comes down. They basically meet and form a stalled out frontal boundary that can result in some of those showers and storms to be focused in the same places again and again with heavy rain. Saturday, the cold front comes through. It's not guaranteed to rain for everyone, and we'll take a closer look here in a minute, and then high pressure builds in for a better Sunday with rain probably returning for some of us on Monday. Before I get into the timing on the storms, just a reminder that the best thing you can do is during the day tomorrow, keep our app handy. Make sure you've got location and notifications turned on. And if you use that radar page, use the Past+Future mode. I find that to be the best mode overall to track the storms. Notice in the morning, there may already be a little isolated shower or downpour. We've got a disturbance coming through. The front is nearby, and that may cause a little something here and there. By the time we get to midday, pop, pop, pop. Here they come, mostly starting in the hilly terrain and then expanding as we head to the afternoon, and here they are. As we get to 3 p.m., you've got more storms taking off. Yes, areas south of Boston may get into this as well. Out down the Mass Turnpike. Northern New England, not exempt, but the farther north you go, the more behind the cold front you are, and the lesser the chance you'd have strong storms. Here they are firing up more into the late day and evening. The chance for damaging wind will start to grow. There is a chance for flash flooding out of these tomorrow. We'll keep a close eye on it. Notice who doesn't get into as much. The farther southeast you are, the lower the chance you get into the showers and storms during the late day and into the evening. Generally, it looks like it's probably Hartford to Providence and Plymouth northward. Doesn't mean you wouldn't get anything, but you've got a lower chance. Then Saturday, again, you've got that cold front that has to swing through. But notice as it comes in, yes, there are showers as we go from morning to midday. Again, the Cape and the Islands a little bit exempt, or the Champlain Valley a little bit behind this. And then as it swings through, it really does remain scattered in the afternoon. And by evening, a lot of the action has died down. So a lot of this is going to depend on exactly where and when your plans are on Saturday. And some of that fine-tuning we're still going to have to do for you in the Insights video tomorrow. But nonetheless, you can see the chance of some sort of raindrop and measurable rain on Saturday is elevated for a lot of us. But you can also see what I mean about that axis and where that shows up for that highest rain chance Saturday. So total rain amounts, if you go from now all the way out through, let's say, Saturday morning, we're talking about, or even through Saturday afternoon, let's take it 72 hours, you've got what's on the order of about an inch or two. There are higher amounts in the mountains. So on Friday afternoon and evening, we're going to be on guard for some flash flooding, particularly in the mountainous terrain. The farther south you come, sure, some higher amounts from thunderstorms, but probably not that same propensity for flooding. So again, follow it all with our app. We will keep you posted. Any push notifications that we need to send, we will do just that. And of course, always the videos updated at the home screen of the 1 Degree Outside weather app. We'll keep you posted at the website too, onedegreeoutside.com.